I really got interested into accessibility, facilitation, that there's this driving force in somebody that they want to do this, but they do not have enough resources. So that is something that whenever I code and whenever whichever organization that I engage with, usually I try to find their motive that they're trying to make things like, even if takes it away like 0.1% of uncomfortability or misery out of somebody's experience, yes, I would like to code that. So when I code, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it some way that the other person gets a hang of it. That is usually my motto of coding. What my project does is it enables a user to write the processing or the PDE environment sketches into VS Code, which is the most widely used code editor. It's like a Word document or a notepad that where you can write any sort of code that you want to. So I implemented that functionality for the PDE environment. If I give you an example, so this is the repository where I'm actually coding right now. So it uses this LSP protocol, which is language server protocol. It's a protocol that uses JSON RPC calls to make the client and server communicate with each other. So client is where the user would write their code, and server is where I have implemented all the logic which recognizes the PDE code, and then it would run the sketches into VS Code. So when you write a code, there are a lot of tools that helps you ease the process of you writing the code. But when a user is writing code, sometimes they might not know what a particular function does or what a keyword means. So if you just like hover onto that particular keyword, it would show you a whole like this whole description of what the setup function does. And if you go, it would show you what the color mode does. So that just makes your learning and writing the sketch process easier, because if I'm writing code, I would just have the meaning right then and there. The thing is, these features are available. It's available in a whole different app that you have to download. Coders all around the world just try to like maintain one code editor, and they want to do all of their different language coding just there. So that is what this does. So I would code any other project in this editor only, and then if I decide to switch, oh, I want to write a sketch, I can write it just from here. The next feature is called like a go to definition feature. So like you're using one particular keyword at multiple places in your sketch, but you can just click on this one feature and it would show you all the occurrences of that keyword. So it's like writing your own personalized ways of how you would like to write code, like that eases your process, like your own Notion template, how you would like to make your notes. So that is a way of writing sketches. There are other features, which is go to references. It gives you the meaning. It's the same as the last feature, but like a vice versa of that. And then there's code completion. So there is sometimes there's just boilerplate of every time you write some code. And then you start with that boilerplate and then you implement your features in it. So this feature, it triggers whenever you start writing like one word of it. So I'm writing setup, and then it gives me the whole boilerplate here. And yeah, these are some of the features that make it possible for you to like write code, processing code with ease. And after doing all this, what you can do here to run this particular sketch, which appears in a second. Huh. And then right, you can just write your code here, and it would run in the processing app as a pop-up, and not like you have to go to that software. And right, so it just expands the the people who use the software. It just expands the usage of the software, because some people might not use the PDE environment, some people want to use VS Code, some people, this can be extended to other editors also in the future. So that just expands the people that Processing Foundation or we're trying to reach, and engaging more people to use the software. So that is what entirely this project does.